I'm on the blockchain with it, and my blockchain monkeys full of octane in them. You know the vibe, plus we shredded than a motherfucker. Crash monkeys. Crash monkeys. Go, planet of the apes, gorillas in a mess. All these bad rules all over my shit. It go.
Brilliant. Thanks, guys. Thanks very much for having me as well. So I'll talk about Algorand Mint, and I'll leave AJ to talk about Node Gold. So Algorand Mint's an interoperability project based on wrapping a combination of assets in one-to-one format as well as basketing. The intention is to create an equity bridge in and out of the Algorand ecosystem, as well as standardizing a range of stable coins through basketing. Initially, we will be bridging BTC and ETH, but we will be having a much larger range of products bridging into the ecosystem, including our first two baskets being gold and USD.
Cool. Thanks. Node Gold is a platform that integrates into the existing gold supply chain, and we enable a range of entities, whether they be the gold traders, the refineries, the vaults, the dealers, to seamlessly track and trade and our digital assets, the gold dollar and silver dollar, represent a one-to-one ratio with the underlying physical asset, the underlying physical bullion, bought and sold 24/7, while also being redeemed for physical bullion at partner locations.
Well, let's go there. Let's get it.
Yeah, happy to. So I'm delighted to be here amongst some great peers. So Yieldly, we're the first DeFi suite on product built on Algorand.
Let them know that, Sebastian. Let them know that.
Power the next 1 million crypto users to be able to exchange digital value without friction, gas inefficiency, or security risk. We're very fortunate to be backed by some of the leading venture capital funds in the world. Our smart contracts have been
Talk that shit then. Talk that shit then.
audited by the leading auditors out there. What that means for a user is pretty straightforward. We built mission-critical infrastructure for DeFi on Algorand. That means people can stake, letting users stake, pool and swap ASA assets. We've unlocked interoperability, so we've built first ERC20 ASA bridge.
Come on, man. Come on with it.
That product. And over time as well, we sort of hope to be used by a number of ASA or any ASA DeFi project to build on top of us. Whether it's for lending, borrowing, derivatives, things like that. In terms of reach or where we are right now, we've welcomed over 10,000 users. We have about 30 million
TVL, baby.
TVL on the platform. I think as of today, we just tipped over 260,000 transactions since we launched 6 weeks ago. And we're sort of expanding our addressable market through some interesting esports partnerships across Asia Pacific and North Asia as well.
What's going on, Blockchain Monkeys? Eagle here. Thank you for coming to my jungle. And first of all, I'm no financial advisor whatsoever, nor am I a professional in blockchain technology. But there is one thing that I absolutely will do, and that's give you my opinion. So we got to get to it. We got so much going on with Algorand. What is happening, folks? And then we got some more XRP news and a little bit of ISO. What? Let's get to it. Okay, coming in from Twitter, coming in hot from tickets to the moon, we have Evernote, layer 2 smart contracts for the XRP ledger. Let's take a look at this. We have Evernote, any dApp for anyone, forever, a permissionless, flexible, scalable layer 2 smart contract network composed from the XRP ledger. This coming in hot from Scott Chamberlain and Richard Holland. 27th, 2021. So this is fresh, folks. Today, we publish our white paper for Evernote, a project to bring layer 2 smart contracts to the XRP ledger. It combines our hot pocket protocol with the proposed hooks amendment. This is something that David Schwartz was speaking about a few months ago. Small pieces of code that allow XRP ledger accounts to function as light smart contracts to create a global, permissionless, decentralized network of nodes designed and incentivized to run any dApp cheaply and speedily in any language. So how crazy is this? Now, coming in from Scott Chamberlain, just to bring it to more perspective, before Evernote can exist, Hot Pockets must be finalized and work. Sashamino, I completely butchered that. must be finalized and work. Hooks must be finalized and implemented, and all three must work in concert. The best way to help make Evernode real is to participate in testing hooks on the XRP ledger. I will be definitely checking that out. So this tweet got my attention. Coming in from Fed Payments Improvement, standards make things, well, standard. Here's why the ISO 222 messaging standards are important for instant payments and the FedNow service. So I wanted to bring this article to you guys because I know a lot of you guys are new coming into this space. You don't know what this really means, but just to get a gist of what this is, standards are so integrated in our world, it's easy to forget they exist. Yet it's standards that allow you to call or text anyone, even if they have a different type of phone or carrier than you, or withdraw cash from an ATM machine not owned by the financial institutions that issued the card. In the financial industry, messaging standards are what make it possible for systems and networks around the world to communicate with each other. The financial services industry's need for a common language is what led the Geneva-based International Organization for Standardization to launch its ISO 222, pronounced ISO 20022, messaging standards in 2004. Within the industry, the ISO 222 messaging standards is used for businesses in areas such as payments, securities, trades, cards, foreign exchange. Financial services organizations in more than 70 countries currently use the ISO 222 standard, including the Clearinghouse RTP network, which has used the standard since the payment platform launched in 2017. Additionally, the Federal Reserve, Fedwire's fund service, and the Clearinghouse Interbank Payment System, CHIPS, are planning to roll out the ISO 222 standards across all their systems. So we got another article here regarding ISO 222. I believe this is 2020. Yeah, October. ISO 222 holds key to fintech innovation and competition in years to come. Now, real quick, as banks and other financial institutions migrate to ISO 222 in the years ahead, many of the ongoing conversations of old versus new, big versus small, and incumbent versus innovator in financial technology may be built around this new standardization of language and messaging for payments data. If it couldn't be more clear, I don't know how else to give it to you. And this got my attention down here in the article. It says, however, one crypto that could benefit is XRP, the currency used on the blockchain-based payment system Ripple. This is one cryptocurrency that will be compliant with the ISO 222 standard, allowing it to operate alongside CBDCs within centralized payment systems. And before I read this article, I saw an interesting comment from Nick Ogden coming from RTGS Global in London, October 29th. ISO 222 is the start. When you then overlay atomic settlement, it transforms the way every payment transaction is undertaken, from cross-border domestic payments and the card schemes. We have tested POS and e-commerce on the RTGS.global network, and payments from the customer account to the merchant bank account takes less than a minute. This removes financial friction costs, dramatically improves business cash flow, and uses the fiat currencies that consumers and businesses already use and understand. Are you getting this?
So when you asked about comparing what sets the algo apart, I really think it's the Algorand chain. Algorand chain is open, it's public, it's permission, etc. And so what we did was we built one, and we felt like the tech actually is leading the tactics now. It's a type of technology that people don't have to compromise their user experience if they adopt it for a new process, a new currency, et cetera, or a new asset, et cetera. It's one that enhances that experience and really creates a better one for both the user as well as the company that's creating it in terms of efficiency, speed, scale, all of those types of things. So when you asked about comparing what sets the algo apart, I really think it's the Algorand chain. Algorand chain is open, it's public, it's permissionless. We took something called a layer one approach initially, which what that means is that we built into the foundation a number of core capabilities like our asset creation, like our smart contract, our core smart contract, like our swapping capabilities. We put all of those things into layer one to remove a lot of the developer risk that a lot of other chains saw, where you heard horror stories about someone came in and maybe hit a wrong number and lost a lot of money. That doesn't happen on Algorand. So very secure, very scalable, and decentralized.
Boom. So I wanted to jump back into Twitter. We got some algo news that just keeps coming. It just doesn't stop. It just keeps like, Okay, so we're coming in from Callie Callahan. If you have been waiting to take the leap into the Algorand ecosystem, here is a testimonial from a gaming organization, Smilecoin, on their migration from Ethereum to Algorand. Okay, that's listed on my Twitter if you guys want to check that out. But that's another migration to Algorand from a existing blockchain. Just over an hour from now. Now this is old right here. If you haven't had a chance to check out this Michael Arrington on with CEO of Algorand, Stephen, to speak crypto. You're definitely gonna want to get into that, especially after what's been happening with the new integration of the Algo Fund into the Arrington Capital. Like what? What's happening here, folks? Now, and Kelly Callahan again with the tweet. I wish I had more time to sit down to record chats of all the amazing innovators on Algorand. Their work is inspiring. Check out the chat with Yearly Finances founder Sebastian Quinn. I had a chance to check that out, and it is amazing. You're gonna want to do that if you're in this space and you're messing with Algorand and you're messing with Yieldy. Get in there and see what the CEO is talking about. Okay, now back on down here, we have more and more organizations funding Algorand ecosystem. Tim Draper, what are you doing here? Huh? What's Timmy over here doing? Tim Draper, is excited to be partnering with Algorand Foundation to be delivering the Algorand Accelerator Program. Successful applicants will gain to $35,000 in funding. Build the future on Algorand in partnership with Borderless Capital. There they go again. I mean, the connections are just. Then we have a digital asset investor just bought Algorand in my iTrust Capital SEPIRA. There is no better feeling than buying crypto in a tax advantaged account. Like, look at the possibilities, huh? Can we get away from taxes, huh? Any way we possibly can legally. Let's go. All right, now. And coming in from Securitize is proud to announce that their inaugural Bitcoin and USD coin yield funds are now open for investment, leveraging Algorand, Circle Pay, Anchorage, and Genesis trading. So I'll leave you with this. We have, coming in from Algorand, their protocol offers unprecedented levels of performance and speed at a fraction of the cost compared to other competing networks, which is essential for everyday payments and payouts use cases. Coming from Thomas Sarul, who is the CEO of Bloomy. But why did Bloomy choose Algorand? I want to get into that. Algorand is one of the fastest public blockchains capable of processing thousands of transactions per second with instant finality. The blockchain founded by MIT professor Sylvia McCallie will also introduce a feature called block pipelining to boost the TPS figure to 45,000. Like, come on. This enables the Algorand to continue to be the go-to platform for crypto payments. Major fintech firms are already integrating Algorand into their payment rails in an effort to build borderless, secure, and frictionless payments infrastructures. The most recent example of Bloomy is a first-of-its-kind payments platform that combines crypto and traditional currencies, which Algorand is integrated with for payments and payouts. Are you ready? Don't like, comment, and subscribe, and we will all see each other on the moon.
Cause it's the standard in this bitch. XRP. I went to YouTube University, and now they mocking me with no degree. We saying by the Swift, keep it walking. Respecting elders in these bushes. Bitcoin is talking.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it, and it's a pleasure. Can't wait, and blockchain. Your partner in crime?
Yes. Thanks for having me. See you soon.